Did you know that Idaho has its own Loch Ness Monster? Deep in the waters of Lake Piatt in McCall, Idaho lives Sharlie, their resident legendary sea monster. Lake Piatt was formed from a glacier and spans nearly 8 square miles and reaches almost 392 feet at its deepest point. According to McCall's website, the Native Americans who once spent summers in the Long Valley were said to fear the calm, seemingly bottomless waters of the lake, telling stories of an evil spirit that lurked in its hidden depths. The first documented sighting by Western settlers occurred in 1920, when workers cutting ties at the upper end of the lake thought they saw a log in the lake, but then the log began to move. In August 1944, the serpent was reportedly seen by several groups of people who described it as 30 to 35 feet in length, with a dinosaur-type head, pronounced jaws, humps like a camel, and shell-like skin. In September 1946, the serpent was reportedly sighted by a group of 20 people. Dr. G.A. Taylor of Nampa, Idaho, explained it appeared to be 30 to 40 feet in length and seemed to keep diving in and out of the water. This sighting made national news, and the creature was coined Slimy Slim. The infamous sea monster was then supposedly seen many times in 1954, and that's when residents decided she needed a better name. That's when the Star News of McCall held a naming contest. In 1954, A. Boone McCullum, editor of the Star News, held a contest to name the serpent of Piatt Lake. The winning name Sharlie was submitted by a resident of Springfield, Virginia. In her letter to Mr. McCullum, she said, "Why don't you call the thing Sharlie?" in reference to a catchphrase from Jack Pearl's radio show. Sharlie was reportedly sighted dozens of times between 1956 and the last documented sighting in 1997. Many theories about this creature have been floating around since Sharlie's first sighting. One of those is that Sharlie is actually a sturgeon that migrated up the Snake River to the Piatt River and into the lake. This would have had to have happened before Snake River dams were built in the 1970s. Sturgeons can reach up to 8 feet long and weigh over 300 pounds and live over 55 years. According to Fish and Aquatic Conservation, lake sturgeon are a migratory species and move back and forth between lake and large river systems. Over the years, many have reported spotting large waves in the middle of the lake with no boats or other forces to cause them. This has led many to believe in Sharlie's existence. However, there is a scientific explanation that could also explain these waves. A weather phenomenon called a seiche is a standing wave that happens when a rapid changes in atmospheric pressure push water from one end of a body of water to the other. To date, there is no photographic evidence that the lake monster actually exists, but that doesn't mean she won't reveal herself during the McCall Winter Carnival. Every year, someone builds a snow or ice sculpture to look like her. There was even a book published about her in 2007. Boyce and Linda Johnson released her book titled Sharlie, which is described as an imaginative tale for anyone who can still see the magic and beauty abounding in our natural world. The nonfiction book paints an imaginative picture of Sharlie's life.